What's up, y'all? Welcome back to my YouTube channel, Essence of Lex. Thank you for joining me again on my Bloom journey. And I am here to talk about Sistas' 100th episode celebration that aired after episode 9, Pursuit. Is it Pursuit to the Truth or Pursuit for the Truth or something like that? I can't remember what the episode was titled. I wanted to talk about the 100th episode celebration. Well, not necessarily, talk about because it's not really much to say, other than, congrats to the queens of Sistas. Congrats to the kings of Sistas. Big shout out to Tyler Perry. It's very rare that certain shows and certain TV series and all of that reach 100 episodes. So, when it happens in our community and for us, it's a big thing to celebrate. And I'm glad that they celebrated it. Thank y'all for delivering this entertainment to us weekly. Yes, we get mad at some of the characters sometimes. Yes, we are invested. We're truly invested in it. But it's because of all of the hard works that the queens and the kings of the Sistas do and deliver to us. The reason that we're so invested. So, big shouts out to them. On this celebration episode, it wasn't much that I can really talk about or really say or really kind of, give you a review or recap on it. Because it really was just them talking about their characters. Talking about talking about how they are in real life versus as characters. Talk about, if this situation with them, what would they do type thing. So it wasn't much to review and recap. So basically, I'm going to some of the questions that, I forgot to mention this. The celebration, the 100th episode celebration was hosted by Heather B. Now, I've never heard of her before, watching this celebration episode, but she did look familiar to me, and she reminded me of have y'all seen Family Matters? The mother on Family Matters? I can't think of the actress name, but that's who she reminded me of, and that's who I thought it was, but it wasn't. But she still looked familiar for me aside from that, and I couldn't put my hands on it, but I think she did a good job hosting it. He asked some good questions. I'm kind of just going to give my viewpoint and my opinion on some of the questions that she answered, and then play a Keep It 100 game that they played towards the end of the celebration episode. Was like a Keep It 100 game, and I thought I should just give my answer and my intake on it. So the first question that Heather asked them was, who has the most drama on the season so far? They all said Karen, and I think I would have to agree. I think so far, up to the first 9 episodes of season 5, I think Karen has the most drama so far. Any, drama didn't kind of sort of happen until the last few episodes. Fatima drama is just kind of wrapped in with Karen and Zach drama. So I think I would have to agree. I think Karen has the most drama so far this season. They could flip, and I actually hope that they do flip. But right now, I think I would have to say Karen do have the most drama this season. Heather also asked, how has the friendship dynamic has changed this season? And I don't really think that their friendship dynamic has changed. And to be honest, can't really answer that so far into the first 9 episodes, because from the first 9 episodes, you can't really say that it's changed as of yet, unless it's going to change as the episodes go on and as season 5 go on. I don't think it's changed too much. When it comes to the sister circle, for one, Sabrina has been in jail all episodes so far, so she hasn't had any interaction with the other girls as of yet, other than that small scene we saw at the end of episode 9 with Andy and Danny coming to see her in jail. Karen, even though she's called and talked to Andy, she still hasn't had, much interaction with the other girls. I'm trying to think. She still hasn't had much interaction with the other girls the first 9 episodes either. Danny and Andy kind of has been, interacting the most as far as like in person. But I really don't think that their friendship dynamic has changed as of yet. I've always said that within the sister circles, there is separate circles, if that makes sense. I think that's the best way I could put it, because I think that Karen and Andy are the closest, and then Danny and Sabrina are the closest. So it's like a sister circle, a big sister circle. Then within that circle is two separate circles, I guess is what I'm trying to say. So right now that seems to still be the friendship dynamic within that sister circle. Now what has changed in this season so far is that Fatima and Andy are, it was happening last season too, but it's happening more and more now. Fatima and Andy are definitely getting closer. I think Fatima and Andy bond is getting stronger. Heather asked Karen, Ebony, if Zach was available, would that be Karen's choice? She answered, and she had, I think, a good response. But at the end of the day, I think it comes to that, yes. She has said it in so many ways, in so many episodes, that basically that if Zach wanted Karen, Karen and Zach would be back together. You know, that's obvious. That's it, because Karen is all for it. If Zach was still all for it, they would be together. I can't remember exactly if she said yes or no, but overall, I think that if Zach was available, he would be the choice. One thing that she said too that I want to point out is that she said that, you know, when it comes to a person ending a relationship, or when it comes to a person, you know, needing to move on, or whatever the case may be, you know, it just has to be when they are ready and on their own terms. It doesn't matter what your friends say. It doesn't matter what your parents say. It doesn't matter what anyone say. A person can't move on until they're ready. No matter who's in their ear, no matter what people are telling them or what they are, you know, trying not to see. Until they are ready, can't do nothing. And I totally agree with that. And I learned that lesson in life too. And I wish I had learned it sooner than I did, but I definitely learned that. Till that person is ready, it's like you're talking to a dead horse. On the 100 episode celebration, the guys brought out flowers to the women, and I think that was dope. Just putting on a great show for us every week, and including the men as well. But I think that it was dope that the men gave the flowers to the women. He also spoke a little bit too, just about what this celebration means to them and all of that. So I thought that it was dope. Heather asked, is Karen invited to the wedding? My response to that is basically depending on several factors. One, if this is Zach baby. Two, when are they getting married? And when are they getting married in the sense of where at in Karen healing stage is she in? You see what I'm saying? Because right now, Karen can't be invited to this wedding. Absolutely not. But if they get married at a point in where Karen is, you know, fully healed from the relationship and fully have let go, and I don't know if it's going to be with Aaron or if she's with somebody else, whatever the case may be, she would have to be at a completely healed stage in order for her to be invited to the wedding. That's what I think. Heather also asked, you know, who would be the fashion icon out of the ladies. No, I said it was a tie between Fatima and Andy. If we talk about strictly on the show and the characters, I think it would be a tie between Fatima and Andy. I think they both have had quite a few outfits that screams fashion icon to me. I know they brought up the point that Danny is always at the airport, so she's always in basically her work clothes, so you can't really include her character, you know, in that discussion. And I agree. I think she definitely is always in work clothes, so can't include her character. Karen, some of the stuff I don't particularly like on Karen. With Sabrina, some of the stuff that she wore I don't like on her either. Character-wise, I definitely think it's a tie between Fatima and Andy, because they be wearing them dresses and they be wearing them pantsuits. They be killing it. So I'm definitely going to give it to them as a tie. All right, let's play this Keep It 100 game. Just some questions that Heather asked them. I think it was like 2 questions that Heather asked, and then I threw in now 3 of them. We could discuss in the comments. You know, let's interact in the comments I just want to know what you guys think. First question that Heather asked them to keep it 100 on was that, would you let your partner look through your phone? And all of the women up there, they said yes. And my answer is yes. I think I will let my partner go through my phone. I don't have anything to hide, and if I had something to hide, it wouldn't be in my phone anyway. That's just the honest truth. Like, if I had something to hide, it probably would not be in my phone. But yes, I will let my partner go through my phone. He also asked them, if you were pregnant and did not know who the father was, would you tell all of the possibility baby daddies, or would you do a DNA test one at a time? I'm not quoting these questions verbatim how Heather asked, but you get the gist. I don't know. All of them, I think, for the most part, said that they would test one at a time. But I think I would have to disagree. I think I would have to, tell all of the potential parties up front and in the beginning. And the only reason I say that is because I don't want to get, to when I have the baby, now it's time to have DNA tests, and, the parties didn't even know I was pregnant with their potential baby in the first place. I think I would lean more towards, I would let all the parties know. I don't think I would do one DNA test at a time. I think I would let all the parties know in the beginning. Just be upfront and honest about it. Just so that when the baby comes, it's no surprise that the baby is here and that, you're the father. It's just like, boom. Like, you didn't have time to mentally prepare yourself for that. I don't want it to just throw that on somebody, because if I think it's one and they end up not being here, so now I got to throw it on somebody else. So I think that I would, tell all the parties up front, and then when the baby comes, start that process. Next question, and this was my question that I asked on YouTube, and I think I also asked on Twitter. Who's your favorite queen on Sistas? And if you've been watching my reviews and my recaps, then you know who my favorite queen is on Sistas. And it's none other than Fatima. Fatima is my favorite queen on Sistas. This question would be, who is your favorite king on Sistas? If you've been watching me review and recap, up until this point, then you know who my favorite king is. My favorite king is Zach. If we take them out of the equation, they are my favorite. Point blank, period. But if we remove them and if we had to decide between the others, who would it be? I think the next character, the next queen on Sistas that I think would be my favorite would be kind of a tie between Andy and Danny. I think I'm like equal with them being my next favorite. Now, I don't agree with some of the decisions that they make when it comes to these men. It will be a tie between Andy and Danny. Next question. Keep it going in this Keep It 100 game. I also asked this on YouTube. What is your favorite season of Sistas so far? Is it season 1, 2, 3, or 4? But I also threw in the option in, is it season 5? The first 8 or 9 episodes. My favorite season is between season 3 and season 4. Those are the two seasons. Well, no, I think I would have to give it to season 3. I think season 3 is the season I can watch all of the episodes back to back, and over and over and over again. I definitely think my favorite season is season 3, but season 4 is definitely a very close second. Last question. Which character do you relate to the most? That's a good question. I think that's a good question, which is why I kind of picked that question. I don't know if I'll have a good answer, but it's my truthful answer. Between the sisters on the show, probably at different points in my life, I have... Right now, I can't pick one character that I relate to the most. Probably at different points in my life, I probably have related to this character more at this point, or another character at this point in my life. So, you know, when it comes to the 5 women on the show, I can see myself in a little of all of them. But right now, I don't think I can pick a character that I relate to the most. I probably have related to all of them at some point in my life. So I can't really just pick. That's the Keep It 100 game in celebration of Sistas' 100th episode. Decided I'd play along. I hope you guys play along with me too down below in the comments. Let's have a conversation. Let me hear some of your answers to some of the questions. And if you watched the 100 episode celebration, what did you think about it? Also, let me know down below in the comments. See y'all in the next video for episode 10 review and recap.